What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Behind Sports Talk. All right, check it out. I want to talk about Lomachenko. He says after the Teofimo fight, he's going after Devin Haney. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. All right, so first, before I start this, shout out to my man Unbiased Boxing, uh, or Biased Boxing Talk. He he brought this point up. He actually did a live on it. We were talking about it on his live. So he did a live on it. You guys go check that out. Unbiased Boxing Talk. I was on the live with him, and he did a live on this. I just wanted to do a quick video on it and kind of put my thoughts out there. Um, I think that Lomachenko it's a few ways to look at this. I'll say it like this. Now, you know, the topic and what we were talking about was, does it solidify Lomachenko uh, as the undisputed, you know, 135-pound champion? If he goes in there and he beats Devin Haney and he takes the real WBC belt, not the franchise thing that he has, does that, solidify him? And like, who else is there to fight and such? And I get that. There's a lot of hype around Devin Haney and the fact, what people think he is. So uh I do understand. But another way to look at that, of course, like Lomachenko achieving and solidifying himself at undisputed. But another perspective on this is the fact that Devin Haney, and I agree with a lot of people. I think he's a special fighter. I think the kid has a lot of potential, but do we know? And that's the thing with prospects. He hasn't proven it yet. He hasn't fought in any top level competition yet. And we're talking about Lomachenko, literally the best at 135. And so the other perspective on it is that Lomachenko is basically going to beat Teofimo in his mind and then go after a prospect. Devin Haney had that belt handed to him when they promoted Lomachenko to franchise champion. They say, here you go, Devin Haney, take this belt. He did not go in there and fight and earn a championship. You understand what I'm saying? And so he hasn't fought anyone to, in my opinion, even be compared to a Lomachenko. But because he's considered one of the best at 135, uh, this is where we stand. And so, it's just two ways. Like I said, it's just two ways to look at that. Will I give Lomachenko credit if he beats Teofimo and then turns around and goes and beat Devin Haney and is out? Of course, he'll get credit. And what's special about this whole thing is if he does that, I really don't believe that no one at 130 is going to beat him. So he could potentially clear out 135 and then clear out 130. And wouldn't that be special? Because he would be four belt undisputed in two different weight classes, something never done before, which is what Crawford wants to do for 140 and 147. So, shout out to Lomachenko though. Another thing that this will do for him is just disregard the misnomers about him being afraid or ducking or not wanting to fight Haney or these young guns. Because he's about to fight Teofimo Lopez and he's about to fight, and then he's saying that he wants to fight Devin Haney. Now I'm gonna tell everybody this before it ever comes up. If he beats Teofimo Lopez, and that is my guy, if he beats Teofimo Lopez and goes on to beat Devin Haney, I don't want to hear shit about Tank Davis and not even Ryan Garcia either, or Lomachenko ducking them or anything like that. Because the facts are, I picked Teofimo and Devin Haney to beat Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. With Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, it's a close fight. Teofimo's my guy, and I'm not really being biased. It's just the destruction of Richard Coleman. Um, I like what I see in Teofimo and the way he knocked him out, what he did to get the knockout, because he set that knockout up, and he's been doing it in plenty of fights. So, I think Devin Haney and Teofimo are probably the tougher of the two young guys. Tank Davis has not shown us. anything. And that fight against Gamboa does not say he's a threat at 135. I don't care what any of these Tank Davis fans say. I mean, I don't. Yeah, it's his first fight at 135 or whatever. But if he's supposed to be a threat, he was supposed to go in there and wash Gamboa. So when we look at this, if Lomachenko takes out Teofimo and then goes and takes out Devin Haney, like what is the point in Tank Davis or Ryan Garcia? You might as well just move down to 130 and try to win them all there. And you would have to give him credit because anyone that's going to say that Teofimo and Devin Haney aren't one of the best 135 pounders are lying to themselves. Not to mention they both have belts. So, you know, people say, well, Devin Haney is the champion in recess. Devin Haney has a belt. So when he comes back, he basically gets to fight basically for his title, which is the same as defending a title. I mean, that belt's on the line in that fight, right? So you have to consider him a champion. This is why it's called a champion in recess. He's a champion. So, I mean, look, man. Shout out to Lomachenko. No hate here. I just wanted to offer two perspectives. I mean, he kills all of these doubters and haters, these Lomachenko haters out here by going and taking out these two young guys. And, like I said again, he goes undisputed with the chance to go undisputed at 130 because I don't see him being stopped at 130. And then since there's not many people to fight, it kind of validates his reign and his run at 135. But at the end of the day, like I said, he's still calling out a prospect in Devin Haney. And that's just what it boils down to. But this is the sport of boxing. It's not outside of those young guys. There's not really a lot of competition. Fortuna, he already beat Linares. It's not really a lot of competition out there at 135. So, um, Tank, Devin Haney. It appears that the top guys outside of Lomachenko that are at 135 are the young guns. So we have to give Lomachenko credit for clearing out the best guys at 135, but it's still a prospect. So you guys drop in the comment section what y'all think about that. And again, shout out to my man Unbiased for bringing up this topic. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on that. Like I said, it's just two perspectives. I'm not bashing Loma and I'm not praising him. I was just offering two perspectives on it. The fact that he is just calling out a prospect, regardless of what anybody wants to say, Devin Haney has not proved himself. There's still things we need to know about him. And that is really who Lomachenko is calling out. So, drop a comment, hit that subscribe and that like for me. And for the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.